that's a big question, you know? When do we ever decide anything?
I don't know what to say to that.
Sasquatch. Look at those majestic beasts.
Sasquatch has rights too!
I'm as they call a squatch virgin, a hunt virgin. And I don't know, I'm an indoor kid. I don't really go outside much. But you see, I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to go hunting for the squatch. And I do really believe that I can do it now. I think I'm ready. I really do think I'm ready.
Well, I'm looking for a logical explanation for this big old monkey man traipsing around in the woods. Now, obviously, it is just a bunch of hokum. So I need to find me a compelling narrative that counteracts and contradicts what these locals think is Sasquatch. Now, my current theory is that it is just a large homeless man who is out traipsing around in the woods all naked and is very hairy due to some sort of fetish. That is my current theory. But I am open to other suggestions, such as, government surveillance, extraterrestrials, Mexican Americans, rational alternative explanations other than Sasquatch.
Well, actually, my dad, he watched this show called Hunting Bigfoot, or I don't know, it's something like that. Like, it's one of those shows, it's like reality TV. They like document it, they like run after it. And one day I was sitting on the couch, watched it with him, and he said to me, "Do you want to go hunt Bigfoot with me?" And we went outside and we took our shirts off and we just ran around and had a grand old time, people are like, don't raise your kid like to hate their life, but like, however you raise your child, they're gonna like how they're raised. Well, I was raised as a squatcher, and that's what makes me happy, simply because that's who my parents made me. And I don't know if it's wrong for them to have done that, but I love it. I love him so much. I need him. I need Sasquatch in my life.
I think my passion for Sasquatch rights really started a few years ago when I was going for my morning hike and I ran across a few big burly southern guys who were yelling about how they wanted to hunt the Squatch. And I remember in that moment just really feeling for Sasquatch and really just sensing this injustice for him being hunted. Like, what about Sasquatch? Why should he be constantly hunted and harassed? Like, why can't we just leave him alone?
Like 4 years ago, me and some friends were just getting like real blazed, and there was this Discovery Channel show, right, about these squatchers, and they had this like scientist dude who was like, the Squatch is out there, and I was like blown away by the Squatch, And so I wrote it down. I wrote it down on like this piece of paper. I always do that with my like high ideas, because like they're always genius and stuff. And so I wake up the next morning and I'm looking through my papers and my notes and everything. And most of them I'm like, man. And then I come to this one about the Squatch. And I'm just like, the Squatch is the answer. So I just thought like, hey, I want to get to know the Squatch.
This American Sasquatch, he's bigger than just a big man. Have you ever seen a man who's about 6'6"? Now add 3 inches to him and add a lot of fur, like bear fur. He has a lot of hair,
I don't really know what he looks like. I imagine he is human looking because I really see his heart and I really empathize with that. But I don't know. I don't have an image of him in my mind. I think his heart is one that really just seeks peace and tranquility and just having his privacy. And I'm not sure what physically his heart would look like. I would imagine it would be like any living creature's heart. I imagine if he has big feet, then that his heart is proportionally larger than that of a squirrel. But I really don't have an anatomical image in my mind of what his heart looks like.
Well, I don't know if this is wrong. I don't know. People say different things, but I kind of imagine that he looks, a lot like my dad. I mean, when I was a kid, my dad was kind of the one who got me into it, and I mean, no one's ever seen Sasquatch, so you kind of got to make up your own interpretation. Kind of like, you're reading a book, you make up the stuff in your mind. Well, I drew from what I saw, and what I saw was an old shirtless man that happened to conceive me, and that's the Sasquatch I see in my life.
I've not seen Sasquatch myself. I think part of that is just that I'm not going to seek him out. Yeah, I still go on hikes in the woods, but even if I thought that he was going to be nearby, I wouldn't look for him. I would avoid that area. So I haven't found him, and I'm going to wait for him to reveal himself to me.
I have never had the grace, nor the luck, or the pride of the hunt to ever have been able to meet the Squatch. But my uncle's cousin's girlfriend's ex-wife's brother, he once met the Squatch, and he said that the Squatch was actually a fan. Hear me out. I can't confirm nor deny. He was a fan of the marijuana. I don't know what to give nor take from that, but I might smoke with him.
Out in the distance, I just hear this, like, majestic, like, belly-filled, ah! And there's something that, like, it just clicks with you when you hear the Squatch. It's not a question of what it was, because you know deep down that was the Squatch. And just being, like, in the presence of the Squatch was, whoa, Like, have you ever just been in a moment where you're like, I get it?
Okay, so during Squatchgate, I went outside and I was in the woods. I wasn't hunting for the Squatch, you see. I was actually just looking for some food. I was trash diving. There's a dumpster I know in the woods. And there was this kid, and he was one of those hairy kids, he a big afro. Big afro. And I may or may not have mistaken him for the Sasquatch. I went up to him and I tackled him to the ground, and I may or may not have cut off his shirt.
Squatchgate was an event that I think speaks just volumes about the community built around proving Sasquatch's existence. I mean, they are loonies.
Squatchgate. It's a while ago. Well, before Squatchgate, I guess, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I came to Squatchgate to become a crook.
It's hard even now, thinking back on, like, Squatchgate and everything, because it was just the highest you can get, like, the most excited, the most awesome moment in your life. And then they just tell you that it's like, it's a lie, It's hard. And
Squatchgate. Yeah, I started that.
I grew up in Bishopsville, South Carolina. It's a little away from Columbia. And in Bishopsville, we had a legend of the Lizard Man. Now, the Lizard Man was supposed to be about 8 foot tall, and he was a lizard, but he walked on his hind legs, which made him look like a man. Now, I, being the intellectual that I was, did not trust this here description of a lizard man, and so I did a little investigation of myself, and it turns out that it was neither a lizard nor a man. It was just a particularly large possum, or opossum if you prefer. I don't, I'm not politically correct, as the kids say. So that began my career, and ever since then I've been traveling the country disproving all sorts of fanciful misdemeanors or what have you. So I've been to, I went to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where I uncovered the mystery of the Mothman. It turns out it was a series of moths flying together in a pack to hunt down wild game. I went to the Pine Barrens in southern New Jersey to go about finding the Jersey Devil. It turns out it was just a rather obese man riding on a Segway down the highway. Oh, and my most famous and recent case, the uncovering of the Hopkinsville Goblin in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Turns out it was not a goblin, no, it was just a malnourished albino midget dancing so that he could get people off of an Indian burial ground. But you know, you get used to that sort of thing living in the South now. So, that's how my career began.
This is an old film reel that I got from my dad. He gave it to me when he left about, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. And on it he had, it was so great. It was actually a movie, well, it was like a short clip of Sasquatch, and I saw him. I saw Sasquatch. He was running through the forest, and not gonna lie, it was my dad in a Sasquatch suit. I could see him, but it was still really inspiring, you know. And I know that my dad just cared that much about me. He wanted me to find Sasquatch so much that he made this for me, and I think that the support of my dad, I mean, that's all I could ask for.
Well, you see, in the Himalayas, there's the Adomino's snowman, and he's a big white man. Just a big, white, furry white man. And, well, he's scary. He's scarier than the Squatch. He's meaner. He likes to eat Everest walkers. Anyone walking up Everest, he likes to eat them. In India, I believe there's a tiger Sasquatch. It's just the regular Sasquatch, but he looks like a tiger. He has a tiger head. And I believe it's Great Britain, where there's a man who likes to dress up as a Sasquatch, but he just dresses up as a Sasquatch. He's not a real Squatch. I think that those are it. Oh! There's one in Germany. And this one in Germany, it is said to be made by the Nazis, but no one has proven that yet. Because even though it has a little swastika insignia, it's a lot of its friends are Jews, so I don't know. I don't know if I cannot confirm nor deny that one. I recently read a book, and it told me about Squatch hunting, and it told me that, and I'm paraphrasing here, so don't exactly take this as a quote from the book. I'm paraphrasing, and it said, Squatch hunting is like, damn, what did it say it was like? Oh, it said it was like looking for berries in the woods. And if you keep looking hard enough, you will find it.
Look, Garth, I knew Garth for a long time. I've known Garth for quite a while now. And I can say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Garth is a crazy person. I mean, Garth bathes in Purell because he has hydrophobia. Now, I don't want to judge people, but frankly, anyone that is scared of water is a little out of their mind.
Let me just show you around.
God!
Hold on, just 1 second.
God!
Yes!
Rub my bunions!
Not now! Not now, Mother!
You don't know what all I did for you. It took 27 hours to push you out of my vagina.
Well, it's kind of weird actually. They just romp through the forest, trampling through all the beautiful natural habitat out there, and they keep shouting, "There it is! There it is!" I don't know what they're looking for.
Well, it's my first hunt. I'm nervous. Do you just want to follow me until we see something that might be Squatch-like? Hold on. That's nothing that Sasquatch would do. Wait. I think I've only heard rumors about this, but I think we just found Sasquatch's condominium. Follow me. Quickly, hurry. It seems like Sasquatch used to live here, but began renting it out on Airbnb. So, I think this is the perfect environment for a Sasquatch to stay in. If you see these trees, that means that since they're clearly birch trees,
Hey, are you a squatcher?
Oh, shit.
Whoa, oh, you have the marijuana! Get back here, villain! Alright, just calm down. There's no need to panic. Whoa, get back here! Son, I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over all illegal substances. That is a phone. But that is your sweater, not, no, illegal substances, you know. Sir, oh my God, he's gone crazy! I believe that Sasquatch is a mythical creature. I don't think he exists. I have experienced some large furry creatures, but those turn out to be bears every single time. And if you look to your left, you'll see some Virginia vine creeper. Very similar to poison ivy, but useful as an impromptu rope kind of thing. He's here. Wait here.
I think I found something. Because, you see here, I do believe I found Sasquatch dung.
Alright, now as you can see, we are traipsing through the woods here. Now, I have gotten word that there was a Sasquatch sighting around these parts, in these trails. And I frankly do not buy it, good America. So I am gonna go into these here woods and I'm gonna figure out what in the who's or what's it is going on. Now, we're gonna be looking for all sorts of things. We're gonna be looking for furs. We're gonna be looking for feces. We're gonna be looking for footprints. The 3 F's, as I like to say. Now, do not be deterred. I, as you can see plainly, am a natural outdoorsman. Oh God, I stepped in something. Okay, let's go. Spider web. All right. Now, you see these feces here? Now, to the untrained eye, those might look like Sasquatch poopies, but any trained zoologist will be able to recognize that this here is horse shit. And I got this for $5 at a lighthouse once. That's how my career started. You know, I feel like Neil Armstrong when I'm out here. Do you know where I put my glasses? Or my telescope? Dagnabbit.
This is a beauty. You don't run across something like this every day. Yeah. This right here. That's what it's all about. It's just a really nice rock, but you know, sometimes you find stuff while you're out here. Look at it, it's a beauty. You guys hear that?
Right now, you guys just caught me before I'm about to start campaigning, actually, raising awareness about Sasquatch. I'll probably go to some key areas around the park and around town, letting people know about Sasquatch and how he should be more respected. I think Sasquatch just wants to be left alone. I think that he chooses his home in the woods because he wants that peace for himself, and he wants the safety, and just, you know, he's an introvert. I respect that. I respect introverts. I'm not one of them, but I can really admire that about Sasquatch and recognize that that's really all he wants, and I wish people would also be respectful of that. I don't think that Sasquatch is God, but I think that he can kind of make a good metaphor for sometimes how I feel about religion. Well, I only recently quit my job at Vegan Whole Goods. I really liked my time there, but ultimately I just wasn't getting that satisfaction out of life that I was really doing something to help the world. So now I'm going to focus my time, my energy in starting my own nonprofit to raise awareness for Sasquatch and for Sasquatch rights. What do we want? When do we want it?
My goal today, my goal always is to get the Sasquatch in a position where we can just connect, like emotionally, spiritually, and maybe even physically, even metaphysically, on a level that like, it just blows your mind, you know? And I feel like if I can just get close enough to him, I can make him want that with me. And I want that with him, so it should work, right? Love me! All right, let's go. Ah! I got you there. Do you guys hear that? There it is. I think he's not there. Oh my god. I'm not doing it. Hey, Squatchy! What's going on, BB? You like what you're seeing? My dad is literally what inspired me to hunt the Squatch. Like, hold up. If my dad wasn't the one that raised me, I wouldn't be out here right now. You know, like,
I wouldn't be feeling what I'm feeling right now. My dad is the one that made me who I am. And did my dad make me gay? Maybe. I don't know. But does it matter? No, because, like, I'm happy the way I am. I'm happy being out here following the Squatch. And I just want, I don't want to talk about this right now, okay? Just find him. So you know how girls are always like, oh, I love guys that are over 6 foot, blah, 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 blah. Well, same goes for Squatch. I mean, Squatch likes a tall fella, same as everyone else. So I'm gonna climb this here tree, and when he sees that I'm like, I don't know, like 20 feet tall, that's gonna do a lot for me. So yeah, let's go. Squatch, look how tall I am. Do you love me? Do you think you could ever learn to love me? I know you like this movement. He likes it. He likes that a lot. Hello? Are you impressed? Look how dainty and balanced I am. See, I don't like when people use the term homosexual because it assigns black and white. It assigns a yes, no value to like the sexuality of the Squatch. And I don't believe that that's what it's like, what it's really like, you know? Because every Squatch is different. Just like I'm different. And it's not about, like, is the Squatch a man? Maybe. Am I a man? Maybe. Is it gay? I don't know, but I just know that we connect, you know? And that's what I'm out here. I'm just following my feelings. Is there anything wrong with that?
Hey, thanks for coming, guys. I really just wanted to clear my name about all this. I mean, yes, I am Sasquatch, but I'm not the crazy monster that everyone makes me out to be. I'll admit, I've had a few crazy nights. I've had some rough times in my life where I go a few days without shaving, and you know, sometimes I just end up out in the middle of the woods, naked, no idea how I got there. But I'm not a monster. Honestly, I'm just a normal guy like anybody else. You know, I wake up every morning, I put my pants on one leg at a time. I have a desk job. I mean, really, I just really just wanted to clear my name.
I'm the king of the jungle. Roar like a lion.